Hello, my dear subscribers. This is Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm going to do a general reading for the month of April 2018. I'm sorry that I'm late for your monthly reading. I just was busy and I just came back from vacation. This time, I'm going to be using the Tarot, okay, for the general Celtic Cross reading. For the message for your sign, I'm going to be using the Isis Oracle. And for the love section of this reading, I'm going to use the Sexual Tarot. The Tarot of Sexual Magic, okay? So this is the Tarot that I'm using, so you guys know. And this is the overall message for you for the sign of Aries. I'm going to start with Aries because it's Aries' birthday, so happy birthday, my dear Aries. So with that said, let me start with the reading. If you want to have remember that this is a general reading, so this is not going to resonate to all of you. However, if you want a specific reading for you, please feel free to contact mariatheclairvoyant.com, and I will be doing your specific reading. And the prices do vary depending on your location. So and for anybody that's overseas and in the other side of the Mediterranean, basically I do videos. So with that said, dear Aries, this is what the sign this is the tarot that comes out for you. The first card that you have is the Chariot. However, for the main foundation for you guys, I have the Highest Priestess. Okay, so with the Highest Priestess, to me, is telling me that you guys are into some kind of a spiritual, looking for yourself, a spiritual path, things that have, you're changing. You may be changing religion. You may just be changing the way you think about things. That's what the Highest Priestess is. If in case you're actually feeling more or less that you may be looking for someone that can help you in your path, maybe at this time you're talking to your masters, maybe you do belong to some kind of religion beliefs or spiritual beliefs, maybe you practice yoga, so you may be interested in talking to your elders depending on who you are, and that's how your energy is right now. This is how you feel. This is what you want to pursue for the month of April 2018 with that priest energy. You want to be more pure. You want to be having a connection with the superiors. You want to bring change to your life. There's something that's going on with you that this is coming up for you, the Aries. This is who you are. So some of you had the Chariot as the main energy based on this foundation. So you might be either moving. The Chariot could also mean that you're either moving, or you can also maybe going on a trip. If you're really not moving, you might be dealing with the sign of Cancer. That's another thing. You might be dealing with the sign of Cancer. So if you're not dealing with someone, this is a Cancer sign, this energy has to do with initiation. Probably you decide to move to an open road. Maybe you decide to move from your house where you currently live. Something like that. Okay. The next card that you have is the Queen of Discs, which is the Queen of Pentacles in the regular tarot. So maybe at this, if this, I'm doing this as a general reading, so this could go either way. This could also mean that you might be approaching someone that could be your boss, but because it's a female energy, it could also be you. However, You might be encountering someone that for some reason is a person that's going to help you financially. Could be a lawyer. In case you decide that you're buying a house, you might be dealing with a lawyer, someone that has to do with business enterprises. And see, because you have the 10 of cups in a foundation, it's a completion of something. Based on the fact that this is the foundation has to do with cups, this could mean that maybe you are transforming from your spiritual belief, relationship, and you're leaving the 9 of wands behind. See, maybe you were in some kind of sorrow, okay? And now you decided to move on, and this has to do with a relationship, either a relationship with your boss, if you're working, or a loved one. You decide to move on. You having a strong foundation because you're changing for who you are in a relationship, spiritually, mentally, and you have the 2 of swords, meaning in other tarots you're gonna have like the 2 of swords. It's like taking the step where you want to go to, and you had decided to move into that energy. Whatever you decide to go to, you're moving on. You're and you moving on. Your foundation is maybe you just 2 people that you're thinking about it. This is not, let's say this is your children. You're thinking about these 2 children that you need to move on. If you were married, you had a bad relationship, maybe there was a woman in between your relationship. Now you're moving away from that energy, and then you have the 6 of success. So with the 6 of success, you probably are going to win whatever battle you had. If you were fighting someone, you're probably going to move away from that energy, and you're going to continue, and you're going to win. You're going to win whatever battle you were fighting. You're going to win. Either you win or lose, you're still going to be a winner. You're going to come out on the top. Like, let's say sometimes people get divorced. Sometimes the divorce is a good path for the person. Maybe in the beginning they don't see it that way, but eventually as time goes on, they tend to see, wow, I moved on. Okay, I moved on, I'm going somewhere, and it's you moving away from whatever it was, it happened, whatever happened here. Here you were, like I said, you probably was feeling oppression. So within your mind, you get the 10 of swords here, which is the energy of the 9 here is cruelty, and the 10 is oppression. So maybe you were feeling oppressed, but in reality you're not, because you see the next card that comes along is the Queen of Swords, which maybe is your lawyer. Maybe if you're going through a divorce or a separation, you're probably looking for someone that's going to give you the guidance that you need about this oppression that you think you had, and now this person is going to give you the freedom to what is it that needs to be done. How do you feel? I'm talking to the Aries here. So how you feeling? And now you're feeling the freedom. See, because the next card that you have is the 8 of Wands. It says prudence. So in here, this is your energy, Aries. This is the fire energy. Here you don't have too much fire energy right now, except this and this, the last 2 cards. With the 8 of Wands, you probably felt like stiff, like you couldn't move nowhere, or you feel like, oh, this, you don't know which way you're going, and you was kind of like stuck. like that tree is just staying right there. It's not going anywhere. But then by the end, you have the Ace of Wands. And Ace of Wands is new beginnings. Anything that starts with an ace is a beginning of maybe a new career, maybe a new path in life, maybe a new trio life. See, this trio life was stuck, but this trio life is a beginning. So now you're gonna start having a new life, a new beginning, manifesting what is it that you want to have in a relationship. So if this has to do with a relationship, maybe you're coming out from that stagnation that you have. Maybe you had a person that was a controlling person. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Men tend to be controlling, women tend to be controlling. So you are stuck, and now you free yourself from that energy. It could also be that you guys don't get divorced, but now you're changing things around. You're not allowing this man or this woman to control your life, and now like things are going to change. Sometimes things happen for a reason, and maybe you felt oppressed here, but now you feel freedom. See how the opposites go from one extreme to another. See how this your past was a cruelty. This person maybe was cruel verbally, maybe it wasn't cruel physically, but it was cruel verbally, and now this person was dominating you, and now you have a freedom here because this is the outcome. This is where you're going. This is what you want to have. So with that said, I'm gonna take the regular reading out, the general reading, and I'm gonna see what cards come out for you for the love part. For the singles, this card came out by itself. It's the Hangman, okay? Like I said, I'm using the Tarot Sexual Magic. So maybe some of you feel suppressed. And the Hangman is when you're thinking about which way you're going. What are you going to do with your life? You're having a path to see what I'm going to do with my life. Where am I going? Who I'm going to be with. You're basically just being by yourself. You're not making any movement to be with anybody in particular. So right now you're thinking about yourself. You're getting yourself together to see which way you're gonna go. This is for the single ones, or divorce, or whatever. If you're not with a partner, with a sexual partner. For people that are either married or couple, let's see what comes up. So for the single ones, you are focusing to where you're going. And for the married ones, some married couple are they're gonna start a new life, a new beginning with the same person. Okay, some of you had the Seven of Swords, which means that you're not in good terms with your partner. You basically don't talk to each other. You're back to back, probably don't even sleep in the same bed. Okay, so this is what's going on for singles, and this is for couples. And for those that are in a separated situation, that you haven't decided to move on with another person, or that you kind of like in a kind of, I would say, in a fighting relationship, like you don't know where you're going, you don't know what decision you're gonna make, you're on and off. You have the Eight of Pentacles. This one, with these people, whoever you are, remember, singles, couples, some couples are in a good relationship, some of you are not in a good relationship, you're back to each other. And others, that the situation, you're not living together, but some of you have the Eight of Pentacles. Meaning that you're not that happy, but you got to remember that everybody, especially for those that are dating people in the over 40, over 30s, especially over 40 age, most people come with a set mind. They already been through hell and back, don't want that BS anymore, and you want this person to be real, you be real, and we move on. Others do have a very good relationship. You have the Four of Swords, meaning that the swords means communication, and for me, four is four stabs, four swords stuck on the earth. So, from my point of view, fours are a very strong foundation, as well as A. But in the A part over here, this person might be not in a good state of mind, or they don't want to put up with BS. That's why you see the man trying to caress the woman with a rose, but remember that the rose can pinch you too. So this woman doesn't look to be so happy with that person. Meanwhile, some other of you that are in those relationships that you guys probably don't live together, sexually wise, your relationship is fine. Okay, so let me see if I see any repetitions of this card. 10 Queens, Chariot, and the last card that I have for you is the Oracle card. So I'm gonna take the Oracle to see what is the message that Isis Oracle is giving you, Aries, for the month of April 2018. Okay, I hope you guys understand. It says the dark mysteries. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what this dark mysteries is. The dark mysteries. For this, take your time. There might be a meditation on this card, but this the dark mystery. Enter the chamber of the dark goddess. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber, where she solves as tests and gifts for you. The test is in your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for a deeper initiation here. And see, this card relates a lot with the initiation that you have here, with a new beginning, success, okay, and a movement with the Chariot. Okay, so all of this has to do in the highest priestess. So that's what this card is telling you. It's very correlated with that. When the dark goddess calls you, it is a life-changing experience. It is not always easy, but the rewards for those brave enough to answer her call and enter her inner chamber are tremendous indeed. The rewards are a life lived more fearlessly, the gift of a loving and being just who you are in truth, without having to impress or bow to another out of fear or rejection. If it is a more open, expansive way to live, and it attracts the bounty of the Dark Mother, her gift of love, opportunity, peace, and prosperity. Didn't I say love, peace, prosperity? You have the Ten of Cups, which is love, a completion of love. The dark goddess calls you to initiation when you have been working on your own shadow, bringing your whole self to light. During such time, we often need help, as shadow work can be uncomfortable, painful, or just quite difficult to understand, as we are working with unconscious material, trying to bring into the light of our conscious awareness, working with the shadow, the parts of us that we have deemed unlovable, or parts that seem too marvelous to actually be, as requiring courage. The dark goddess will call you when your own shadow needs healing and integration. Actually, it's telling you your spirit needs healing and integration. When something within is holding you back, when instead of knowledge or brought into the light of awareness, it could actually help you move forward. Often the shadow element that needs integration when the dark goddess is presented in power in some form of or other. It may be personal power, spiritual power, or your relationship to power that needs to change for you to blossom in life and its gift to manifest more abundantly for you. Becoming more powerful doesn't not necessarily mean gaining more force. More often, for the advanced soul, it actually means surrendering our will into alignment with greater forces of divine will, allowing us to consciously participate into the flow of life, sensing the signs and nudges that lead us towards our greatest manifestation of soul life this lifetime. Often when we are reclaiming our power and defining for ourselves that what is to be powerful, we are confronted with fears of loss, failure, abandonment, and rejection. We are confronted with fears, but accepting and releasing the pain brings such a deep relief and happiness to the self. It is good to confront these fears without loving and firm approach of open thinking, taking risks and growing away. This is what is Isis, as the dark goddess teaches us, not to be afraid to go into the dark places and the difficult feelings within. They may seem ugly at first, yet if we allow ourselves to go there with some conscious awareness in place, we can release that these parts of us just need love and acceptance, and those parts can we once relive often blossom and turn into our greatest assets. It is a more conscious, helpful version of ourselves. We need radical trust to do this inner work and take her initiation. The dark goddess will support and nurture you through her tests as she guides you to receive the gift of more of yourself, no longer shackled in fear and hidden away, but ready to be in the world in brightness and vigor. Enter the inner chamber of the dark goddess. It is the best to do this ritual either at night or in a room where you can pull down blinds and curtains and create a dark physical space in which you rest. It doesn't have to be pitch black, but limited lighting will support your ritual process. You will need a small mirror, enough to be able to see your reflection. Sit or lay quietly in a position that is comfortable where you can be relaxed but still alert. Falling asleep can be quite healing, but the intention is to be responsive in this ritual healing process is conscious state. Sitting quietly, take your awareness into your heart and feel the warmth of love there. Say out loud, I open in unconditional love to any whole self and ask for healing, grace, and protection from those divine energies that love me unconditionally. Lightly hold the mirror and gaze on your reflection. Be comfortable and allow yourself to soften your gaze, but really seek to look within your own eyes from a place of love. You deserve this without question. Say to yourself in a mirror, I love you enough to meet the parts of you that have been hidden away in fear, shame, guilt, or anger. I am not afraid of you. I am sorry of any time I have pulled back from you in fear. I am here with you now and I love you completely. I want you to feel whole and loved. You deserve to feel whole and loved. Will you let me love you in this way with the help of the goddess? Place the mirror down and close your eyes, going into your heart and listening for the answer. If you do not feel a yes within, the use of the incarnation listed below. Instead of come back to the ritual again and again over the coming days and weeks until you receive a yes from within your own being. Be patient, trusting, and honest. When you're ready, the healing will happen for more quickly than if you were trying and make it happen before you're ready. If you do feel a yes from within, then continue the ritual. If you are continuing the ritual, say out loud 3 times, I call forth the dark goddess in her form of unconditional love, compassion, healing, and support for my own spiritual growth. Now I choose to enter your inner chamber for healing now. With your eyes closed, be aware of the present in whatever way feels right for you, whether you just barely sense it or it is very obvious to you. No matter how strongly you can recognize her presence, she will be with you in the most suitable way for you at this moment. Perceive that you are going within your heart into a dark and open space. Within the space that there is a doorway that leads into the inner chamber of the darkness. Imagine, sense, or feel yourself stepping through the doorway into the inner chamber. It is barely visible, but you can feel your way inside. Rest one hand on your heart, and with the other hand pick up the mirror again, holding it up to gaze softly at yourself. Dip into your eyes again and say, I love you. Please show me the part of me that needs to be brought up to light now. Soften your gaze. Let your free hand rest on your heart as you look into your own eyes. Just notice without fear or judgment whether you may feel, think of however you may respond to this loving attention. You may feel anger, you may feel shame, you may feel sadness, doubt, or deep grief. You may feel flash or hatred or deep fear or anxiety. You may have many thoughts trying to distract you from really seeing yourself. All of these responses, or any response, is fine. Keep your hand up in your heart and stay calm and breathe. You don't have to understand. Just stay with your heart and be loving enough of yourself that you allow whatever surface to surface. Without believing, it is disbelieving. Analyzing is resisting it. Just experience it and then be in your own heart again. The incantation of the dark goddess. This incantation can be repeated several times, gaining speed as you get used to the words. Feel the energy in the words as you speak out loud. You can add it to the end of the ritual above, or if it's not at the right time for you to complete the ritual, or you just choose shorter healing process, you can use it in its own time. It is most effective if you take one moment to be in your heart. Perhaps even placing your hands in your heart when repeating the incantation. Sublime Isis, dark and sweet, through you, my hidden self, I meet. I honor thyself and accept, no longer do I fear, shame, or reject. You give me with myself complete. Sublime Isis, dark and sweet. So, Aries, I don't know what you're going through, why this card came to you. It's very deep spiritual path. It's very deep transformation. Whatever you guys are going through, go ahead. Practice as many times as needed this meditation or this however you want to call it. The chamber of the dark goddess. I hope this helps the ones that need help. Love and light. And I see you in the next video. This is Maria the Clairvoyant. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I'm going to try to load up these videos by the end of the week. Take care. Bye-bye.